It's your boy Big Baby Miller here. A lot can be said right now. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I messed up. I made a bad call. A lot of ways to handle the situation. I handled it wrongly, and I'm paying the price for it. I missed out on a big opportunity, and I'm hurting on the side. My heart is bleeding right now. I hurt my family, my friends, my team, my supporters, but I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna correct it, and I'm gonna come back better. And I'm humbled by the experience to understand, how to handle certain things, man. And I'm gonna leave it as that. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys out there. And fighters, we go through a lot, and I don't want to make it a bad name for ourselves. And it's time to do right and get right. So I thank you guys.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and that you heard the confession or the half-ass confession of Jarrell Big Baby Miller admitting in his own Brooklynite way that he indeed took drugs. The funny thing about this, it was a volunteer type of situation where I don't know if he thought that they were actually going to take the test, like it was going to be some placebo-like shit. Like all I got to do is give samples and they might not take it anyway. Just the fact of me taking it, they might not check it. No, brother. Doesn't work that way. Anthony Joshua spends thousands of dollars, like a lot of fighters, spends a certain amount of money to make sure these fights get sanctioned in a certain way. Just make sure these guys are taking the right shit. You took two different things, and I'm surprised to really hear from him this early. I thought he would kind of let it die down for a while or whatever, wait until Anthony Joshua gets another opponent, then he'll kind of, hey, I did. But he did come out. He did confess in kind of a half-assed way. I just think that he did it to do something. I don't think that he, because he never just said, hey, I took drugs, but he was like, hey, I made a bad call. You know what I mean? And it was almost like the way he was talking, it was like a dude that just really got caught cheating on his girl. You know what I mean? That's how it comes off. And, in the interview, I'll send the link below, let you guys check it out yourselves. But, hey, this is his third straight test. He's failed. He admits he messed up an opportunity, but that's what happens when you are pressured into something that you are not man enough to admit you're not ready for. And Jarrell Miller was not ready for it. But the question is now, how many times did he actually do these drugs? You know what I mean? That's the thing we think about. I remember Antonio Margarito when they found him cheating with that masking agent, and not masking agent, with those plaster in his gloves. When they caught him, the next question was, well, damn, how long you been doing this shit? So that's the next question you ask about Jarrell Miller. But whatever it is, he's admitted that he was wrong in his way. He has to suffer the consequences, whatever that is. Now, that raises another question. What do you guys think should be done with Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus what they're going to do with Jarrell Miller? He's already pissed off a huge opportunity, probably definitely a life-changing opportunity. He's going to be thrown from the rankings more than likely. That's what they did Ortiz in the WBA, right? He was a voluntary anyway, so that shouldn't be that bad at the end of the day. Going to have to pay a nifty fine. I hope he saved his cash, So I don't know what's going to be done with him per se, but whatever it is, he's like he says, he's going to have to deal with it and correct it and come back the way he can, but he's going to be roasted for a long time, guys, mind you. And he made it worse on himself by accusing the other guy, Anthony Joshua, of cheating. So that's what made it he just really drove the nail through the coffin with that shit. And it was like, dude, didn't you say Anthony Joshua was cheating? That's the first thing you did at the first press conference? You know what I mean? He's cheating, and now you're cheating. Now you look like a big Brooklyn dickhead because you're like, okay, you doing the same thing. If anything, shh, be quiet about that type of stuff. You know, but anyway, I mean, hey, what's in the dark will come to the light. But again, you know, he's going to have to suffer the consequences, you know, and that'll be that. And he missed a huge opportunity. But we'll see what Jarrell Miller, what the punishment is. Of course, we'll see what he does with the rest of his career after the suspension, because it might be a year, 2 years maybe now, because it was 2 different drug agents or substances in his body. So I would assume that they would give him 2 years, but that's just my counterpunch on it. Of course, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. You guys can counterpunch. Peace.